Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props or MLB in general, check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action today. Back on the normal schedule. So yeah, let's hop in here. 14 matchups, starting with the Cleveland Guardians versus the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at minus 180. Detroit plus 150 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.26. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Tigers is Michael Pineda with an ERA of 3.62. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Cleveland on a 3-game losing streak against Detroit. They just have not looked good this series at all. Detroit playing pretty well. Pretty even pitching matchup here. Bieber's been giving up more runs, honestly, than Pineda. I'm still going to take Detroit plus 1.5 at home. That's been the play these last 3 games. Cleveland, they've been big favorites for no reason. If you've been taking the Guardians, they've been hurting you. And I like Detroit. They've been playing very well. Still an underdog at home. I'm going to take the Tigers plus 1.5. Next matchup with the Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 250. The Cubs plus 205 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Cubs is Adrian Sampson with an ERA of 3.38. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 2.36. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. The Cubs beating the Brewers yesterday 8-3. Had a nice win yesterday. They are just 4-10 on the road, so they do struggle on the road. And I do like Corbin Burns on the mound. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. He's done pretty solid here. I'm liking the Brewers on a bounce back. Coming off a bad loss yesterday, I think they get it done at home here. I'm taking the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as slight home favorites at minus 115. Minnesota minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.0. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 4.50. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 2-game winning streak against the White Sox. They've looked very good in this series so far. On a 7-game winning streak against the White Sox, they've been very good against Chicago. And yeah, I'm liking Minnesota. You can get them as an underdog here again. They've been the better team in this series. I'm going to take the Twins plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Oakland Athletics. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 185. Oakland plus 155 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 5.72. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is James Kaprielian with an ERA of 5.43. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 4 strikeouts. Toronto on a 5-game losing streak, losing to Oakland in back-to-back games. Tough. Toronto, man, they've been killing your parlays. It's unfortunate. On a bad losing streak here. kind of a tough game. The pitching matchup's very even, but I'm still taking Toronto. I think I'm going to ride or die with Toronto in this series. Hard to believe that Oakland's going to just sweep this entire series. I just don't see it happening. Toronto's got to bounce back today. I'm taking the Blue Jays on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Miami Marlins. Angels opening up as road favorites at -175. The Marlins +145 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 2.68. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Hasn't gave up a run in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers with an ERA of 5.56. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 4 strikeouts. Angels on a 4-game losing streak, losing to Miami 2-1 yesterday. Miami on a 6-game winning streak, playing very good baseball right now. I'm going to roll with the Angels here. Love Ohtani on the mound. Hasn't given up a run in his last few starts. He's been excellent on the mound here. And coming off a loss, I'm taking the Angels on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Cincinnati Reds. Mets opening up as road favorites at -175. The Reds +145 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 3.24. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 4.53. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. The Mets losing yesterday 1-0. Great performance from Scherzer on the mound yesterday. I mean, only a 1-run game, and unfortunate the offense couldn't do anything for the Mets here. I most definitely think they bounce back today here, coming off a 0-run game. I'm taking the Mets on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -240. The Pirates +195 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Yankees is Luis Severino with an ERA of 3.35. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 5.14. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. The Yankees on a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Pirates yesterday 5-2. I think it was a great spot for the Yankees to bounce back here. Mitch Keller, not that great on the mound for the Pirates here. I think the Yankees bounce back today. Looking like a bounce back day for a lot of these favorites that won or lost yesterday. So I'm taking the Yankees on the road. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the Baltimore Orioles. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -115. The Orioles -105 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Rangers is Glenn Otto with an ERA of 5.63. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Orioles is Spencer Watkins with an ERA of 4.61. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, the Rangers on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Baltimore in each of the last 2 matchups. Both of those were a 1-run game, so very close matchup there. And Baltimore, they've just been playing very good, 4-1 at home. On a 3-game winning streak. Give me Baltimore +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -225. Washington plus 185 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 4.22. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 3.13. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Nationals on a 6-game losing streak, losing to the Phillies yesterday 11-0. They're 1-13 against Philly, so they just haven't had success beating the Phillies here. And yeah, not in love with the Nationals here. Played horrible yesterday on a bad losing streak. I'm going to take the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 135. The Rays plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Rays is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 3.91. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Red Sox is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 0. Looks like he's getting his first start of the season, so we'll see how accurate that is if he does end up pitching for the Red Sox. But that is who is listed for now. Tampa Bay beating Boston yesterday 8-4. Yeah, both teams 1-1 in this series so far. Not in love with Bello on the mound for the Red Sox. Feel like it'll probably be a bullpen game. And yeah, I'm going to take the Rays plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 180. St. Louis plus 150 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 2.61. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 2.66. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 4 strikeouts. The Cardinals on a 3-game losing streak. They've lost the last 2 games against the Braves. They're on a 6-game losing streak against Atlanta, so they just can't beat Atlanta for some reason. Very even pitching matchup. I do like Miles on the mound for St. Louis. I'm still going to take the Cardinals plus 1.5. I think they can cover here. If they don't cover today, probably it for the Cardinals for this series, the way Atlanta's playing. But even pitching matchup, Cardinals have more than enough opportunity to win this game and cover on the road. So we're taking Cardinals plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Houston Astros. Astros opening up as home favorites at minus 270. Royals plus 220 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller with an ERA of 4.24. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 2.58. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 14 strikeouts. Yeah, Javier's been very good on the mound. Houston beating the Royals yesterday 9-7. They're on an 8-game winning streak right now. They're playing great baseball. Kansas City 1-5 on the road against Houston. Yeah, love Javier on the mound. Houston just playing great baseball on a huge win streak. Riding that streak till it dies. Taking the Astros at home. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Giants opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Arizona plus 115 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 4.94. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.46. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 3 strikeouts. Giants on a 6-game losing streak, losing to Arizona each of the last 2 matchups here. Yeah, I simply just don't trust the Giants here until they can start getting some wins. Don't put them in your parlays. They've just been parlay killers this last week and a half, 2 weeks. Arizona playing well in this series so far, so I'm going to take Arizona plus 1.5 at home. And then the last matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 310. The Rockies plus 250 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Jose Urena with an ERA of 3.52. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Mitch White with an ERA of 3.93. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Mitch White was supposed to pitch yesterday, so should be slated to pitch today. We'll see if that does change since he got pulled yesterday for some reason. Dodgers on a 2-game winning streak against the Rockies, winning 5-2 and then 5-3. We know the Rockies 1-7 on the road, not playing so hot on the road here. Haven't looked that good in this series so far against the Rockies here, so I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.